right, and we're back. And this time, it is the victor from the previous race we commentated, albeees, versus the #1 seed, Eddie.
Yes, it's going to be a very interesting match. Going into this match, I mean, Albert does only one loss. Guess
You're
how many
cutting out a
wins
little
Eddie
bit.
has? Am I cutting out? Am I good?
You're cutting out a little bit. I think it must be like a noise gate or something. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that could be. Is this better?
Yeah, I mean, I'll let you know if you cut out again. But
Okay.
yeah, people are saying something. They hear the little robot.
Yeah, hopefully it's better. But anyways, Albert has 2 wins, and guess how many wins Eddie has? 0.
That's true. He has no confidence going into this match. He has no wins under his belt for this tournament.
Exactly. So I think Albert already has the upper hand just heading into round 2 here.
So what do you think about the 9? I think it's 9 E-Tank, 1 reserve, and gravity. So that is what they are starting with this first match. Oh, they're getting right into it.
Oh, it looks like Albert's already in the lead here. Ooh, bad fall for Albert. That might cost Albert the game already. He was in the lead initially. Man, yeah. So Eddie is using a controller here.
Yep,
Eddie's fairly
Eddie
good
controller.
With controller. So it shouldn't be too bad for him, but
we'll see if any UWJs come. I think you can spin lock, but I think out of pride he probably will not do that.
Yeah, I think Albert's already a little bit stumped here. Dropping down, which he started in a room with 2 items, opting not to go for it. I think he's looking for an alternative route, trying to get any leg up on Eddie here, which I can respect. Eddie cruising through, already has missiles, super missiles.
Eddie's definitely already cooking. I mean, those first missiles, though, aren't in logic. I'm going to be honest. This tile thing is already messing with me. I can't even tell where... I couldn't even tell where albeees was. I had no clue. albeees doesn't know where he is either, though. I don't think that the tile set's going to do him any favors.
No, it's going to make it much worse for Albert here. Like, Albert's just handicapping himself, essentially, with a tile set. Like, and he's already playing the #1 seed, so... Yeah. Interesting choice, but... all right, so let's see. Oh, he found it. He wanted to take the back path here. Yeah.
Yep, a little back path. Well, he has more if he got the supers. Still can't really get those missiles unless he knows to jump out, so it's good he's not even going to attempt that.
Yeah.
Oh, Eddie's zooming, so he's in Norfair already grabbing this map. Eddie's has no chill. So if you guys don't know Eddie, it doesn't really matter who his opponent is. Eddie's going to go full in, never pump the brakes, sweat hard, and get those dubs.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Eddie has everything to lose here. If Albert is able to take 1 game off of the #1 seed, it's Albert won.
I mean, there's no coming back from that.
Eddie has to play out of his mind. I would be trying very, very hard because you never know.
Yeah. All right, a little farm here. Can't be too safe. I mean, he only has 9 tanks, so you got to make sure you keep those full.
Yeah, exactly. So looks like he's going to try to do a baby skip here. No problem. He's going to be down to just 1 reserve, unfortunately. Hasn't saved, so he's going to have to re-up some farms. So the problem with this is this game mode does kind of put hell runs in the logic. You're going to have to do some traversal through heat. And if you're already doing this, you're down to essentially none of that. You're not capable of doing it. So he's going to need to re-farm. Coming down here, he's going to... Yeah, it's going to be very dangerous.
It's possible this was the intended logic. I'm not too sure. I mean, Eddie is zooming. So Eddie just grabbed the aqueduct items and got power bombs. And this is the trifecta. I like to think of it as the trifecta of items you need to traverse the game, which is morph, supers, and power bombs. That like pretty much allows you to kind of go where you want. It can be a huge stop at the beginning of each seed. Eddie picking up charge, so Eddie's moving.
Very nice calculation from Albert there. He ended up supering the pancake. He needed that, so he just decided to revert all the way back to the beginning. He then soft locks, but that's okay. So Eddie is out of Norfair, already explored Norfair, got his charge beam, already making his way back to the beginning of the game here, essentially to traverse more zones. Oh no, going back into the top here of Norfair. That must be a better connection.
Yeah. I am impressed. Albeees did get those missiles, so he does know about the quick fall and grab, and 2 nice little jumps there. But yeah, unfortunately for our hero here, Albeees, he is back at the start and just has missiles. So
okay, definitely doesn't want to save. So Albert is exploring where Eddie has not yet. So let's see if it pays off for him.
All right, what's the cope situation here? What can Albie?
Albert, that's the cope right there. So
there it is.
All he needs to do is kill all 4 bosses.
Yep,
come back and yeah.
Eddie has charged, so the route that Albeees wants to get is probably get Varia and just pick up 30 supers real quick, a little bit faster, and then Eddie doesn't get any beams after picking up charge, so. You know, there's a route and there's a way.
Yeah, there is a way. If this was no objectives, I would actually be coping for Albert here.
Oh yeah, it would be very real.
Eddie has keep traversing and not finding Mother Brain for a long period of time, where Albert already has that information. But it is not that, unfortunately. But we can imagine what would have been.
Right. So Eddie doing this little deboost here. Another thing out of logic. Actually, even Aqueduct was out of logic, so he didn't have X-ray. Oh, there's that Varia that Albeees probably needs.
Yeah.
We know that's in Norfair.
90 tanks, not enough. Definitely needs to pick up Varia here. Albert making his way into Norfair. Eddie's pretty much done with Norfair.
Eddie has grabbed Varia in charge. He's pretty much done with this seed, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have 9 E-tanks, but like there are situations if there's back-to-back heated rooms, like Varia having to find somewhere to farm to continue on, it can be that's why this mode can be kind of tough. It puts you in these like a little bit more difficult situations. I don't think that has come up at all so far, but it's definitely possible. Oh, okay, Albeees found charge.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a little unfortunate, but no big deal. As long as you don't fall through, that pit as well, then you're all good. Try again.
So Eddie is going to opt to do criteria here. He was thinking about maybe going back into the previous area. There was 3 items, potentially. I don't know if he could grab them quite yet.
Oh, Albeees doesn't know about that little trick. So you can get those items, which is how Eddie got it. You can go and do a crouch and do like a little wiggle with your back facing the item, and you can get those items. But Albeees does not know. It almost looked like he was going to do it, but no, he doesn't seem to know that yet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer. It'd be nice to grab that charge. And in a normal scenario where you're not racing Sweatlord Eddie, who's like already about to finish the seed, that would generally be a pickup you'd need to get.
Yeah. All right, so Albert seeing all these items here in Norfair, Eddie finding Spazer. We'll probably grab Spazer. You just want any firepower you can get, especially if you find Ridley all of a sudden. You kind of need wave and ice with that, and you can probably take care of Ridley with this health.
Right. I mean, it's Varia, so he could.
Oh, right. Varia.
He could do Varia, yeah. I mean, do Ridley. That's another actually little strength of Varia, being able to do Ridley a little earlier than you should be able to.
Yep.
This is kind of a nasty jump in Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, which you're very familiar with here. The backup king.
Well, I'm familiar. Yeah, I'm familiar with the other routes that once you fail that.
Okay, yeah. Backups routes.
Yeah, the backups. The backups I'm real familiar with. All right, a little more tankage.
Yep, 9 and 1 wasn't enough. 9 and 2.
No, we need some more.
I wonder how Albert's gonna play this Norfair. I wonder if he's gonna be grabbing.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go up, grab that Meiji. I think he really wants power bombs. So in my mind, if I am in the mind of albeees, which hope to not find myself, in that situation. But if I'm ever in the mind of albeees here, I probably want to grab all the X's because I want that charge, right? And I don't know how to get them yet. So I would want bombs or power bombs. Because I don't know, and for him, I'm assuming there's no other solution.
Yeah. So he's thinking you can probably grab jump up this, which you can, but it is pretty precise. So he's gonna have a tough time doing this.
He's very scared of this crab, which is quite shocking. He needs to just get in there. Yeah. He was sitting there trying to kill it, but I think he's sort of forgetting that he has 40 tanks to rely on.
Yeah. Okay, so traversing almost has all of criteria done without even the map, just 100%ing the game.
Yeah, well, 100% map.
Yeah.
Is he heading towards the map now, at least?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, yeah. Oh, ocean, okay. 3 more items here. Potentially Fantoon? I didn't see the map.
I think it was a dry map, so it's probably Fantoon.
Okay.
But...
Yeah. A little more tanks. Be safe.
Yeah, why not?
Do you even pick that up?
If I'm going through...
Yeah.
I'd probably just grab it, and by the time you see it's an E-tank, you're already touching the thing, so you may as well.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, how much sweat... Like, if you're versus Eddie or Nitro or something, it's like, that half a second picking it up. I was just curious what you would do.
Oh, I would grab it, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Albert's still kind of traversing through Norfair here. Eddie...
So he didn't get the power bomb. I think he's bummed about that. And yeah, Eddie found Fantoon. So I'm assuming he still wants that. Oh, and I guess he can't really get the moat item either because I don't think he knows that little deboost. So the logic
here.
The hard logic actually is so the map is not easy for someone who's new because you can't get these majors. You actually have to leave and come back.
Speaking about leaving, I think Albert
yeah, he's gone. Just take
nature called or something.
Yeah. A little breaky poo.
He had like a sick look in his eyes, so I think he maybe ate some bad carne asada or something and he's out of here.
He didn't look happy. I thought maybe he really was picking up the looking at the logic, the hard logic. I was like, no way.
Eddie's cracking up, so I think he posted something he was typing.
Okay.
He put in the I need to take a dump. Okay, well that's too much info. Sorry, I shouldn't have read that out loud. My apologies to everyone. But yeah, Albert will be back in about 30 minutes. We're gonna see Eddie kind of cleaning up here. It looks like we have Ridley to the right.
I mean, this is a bullet seed, right? Like, even outside of things, like he found Fantoon. He's already had charge, Varia grab, like right off the rip with Spazer. He's probably looking to just kill Ridley here. I mean, there's a chance before albeees is done with his duties that Eddie will literally finish this seed.
There is a possibility, which it happens.
It does happen. It's happened to me. Yeah.
It has. Yes, it has.
Yep.
All right. So, I think Eddie is headed to Ridley. I didn't see if there's any other bosses here, but I don't know what the connections are as well. So
yeah, I just saw Ridley.
Yeah, I think you finish up Ridley here, and then you head back down. And I do remember seeing Torian and Rex ship. And
which would be really good routing.
Yeah, Mother Brain was back.
Yeah, because if he keeps dodging, and Meridia's there as well. I wonder if he'll peek it. Try to peek it. No. Yes. Okay.
I think so. I think you peek Meridia here. It's a larger area.
Yeah.
You only have one boss down, and you know where Ridley is. So.
Yeah, it'd be better to have a little more equipment to like avoid a really slow Ridley fight. So I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
You have to do kind of a slow bot tune here, but always trying to Just trying to do a little X Factor here.
Yeah.
A little rainstorm.
Yeah.
It's not really what I call it, but you
But
get
you know, well,
the idea.
Yeah. All right.
Pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty quick fight.
And I kind of I respect Albert here. He's easing up a little bit on Eddie. He was putting on the pressure. He's back already. That was a lightning dump. That's going to be faster than anything we see from him in this tournament. So, congratulations, Albert. That was very fast. Good job. On
That's
to the next
impressive,
step.
honestly. I think just because of that, we might even need to add on a pseudo 6 minutes to Eddie's time. So.
I do agree, yes, just automatically.
Like, it was only a couple minutes, but I think because of how quick Albee's was, that's just like another 3 minutes.
That's a bonus, yes.
Yeah, a little bonus time.
All right, so up to Meridia for Eddie. We're going to see if there's any bosses here. A little trick, too, is when you're playing these, you'll notice Eddie has not paused yet. You kind of want to save your pause until you hit a junction or like some sort of area with more than one door, so you just traverse as much as possible. Then it kind of puts you in a better direction. It gives you a better sense of direction, rather.
Yeah. Yeah, so Eddie paused real quick. He just wanted to know if the map was up or left. It's kind of like top left, so he opted to just climb this.
Yeah, you just
and
climb this
try to
and
get
go
as high as
through
top.
left door, yeah.
Right. So,
Right.
like before, Albee's always like to find kind of a home base, so it looks like Norfair is going to be his home base this seed.
Yep, he's setting up shop.
Yep.
Got up, very nice. Ooh, it's going to be a little bit tough. Albert definitely needs to find Varia.
Yeah, I think Varia. Well, Varia's on moat, and without high jump or grapple or something. Oh wait, no, he has grab. Oh no,
Yeah.
sorry, but yeah, he can't get into that room because it's that one farm room with that ripper. So Eddie deboosted it to get Varia, but that's actually pretty hard to do. It's definitely not in hard tricky logic.
Yeah, I doubt we're going to be seeing that.
The logic is actually probably telling you to just go anywhere else. I see a major to the top right by Torian that Albee's hasn't done, so...
Ooh, he's going to hit
this
the wreck ship, which I like. Meridia was nothing. So
there's
I'm
nothing.
not sure
really,
why he's keeping... Maybe there's probably a major item up here he's trying to grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd imagine, because right now with only Spazer, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, this major would help. Any other beam would be huge here. Because Eddie wants to kill Ridley, like, when he gets out of here, for sure.
Yes, yep. Albert already hit a roadblock there because he needs power bombs. So
he's really kind of tunnel vision here because he's like, I see these things, I really want them, but that's the thing. Like, if you don't know these, this is a seed. I feel like this doesn't happen that much anymore, but this is definitely a seed where breaking some logic early is incredibly beneficial, which, funny enough, is greatly in Eddie's favor. There was Charge and Varia locked behind two tricks that are not actually in hard tricky.
Right.
So it looks like Eddie got screw attack. He didn't have I think if Eddie had a save, he'd revert it, but he does not, so he has to make his way back.
Yeah. He was trying to find super missiles as well, and not finding any. He has 25 power bombs, 5 supers.
Yeah.
So this Ridley fight,
Nice.
I think you just do the Ridley fight, because after that point, you're kind of going away from Norfair for good. However, you do have wrecked ship. You probably just check wrecked ship just to make. And then yeah, it's kind of just decision making.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. I'm sure he'll do just fine here. I don't think he's in any dire situation.
Right. I'm happy that Albee's is actually in another zone and didn't get completely tunnel vision to Norfair, because Albee's needs grapple, power bombs, high jump. He needs the items that allow him to get those other majors in the previous zone.
Yeah.
Following logic Right, correct here actually makes the seed a good bit more difficult for sure.
Yeah. All right, so Albert deciding to go check this item as well down here. He needs to be careful.
Yeah.
Because he's already taken a lot of damage.
This isn't trivial either. If you don't know how to get through here, okay, that's the right idea. That was the right idea. Yeah, that was the right idea. Which I like. Ooh, nice. Okay.
Okay, so he needs. Ooh,
that was a nice dodge.
He needs to be careful here. Because yeah, it does 30. Ooh, he found power bombs.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
That
might
big.
be. I think that's logical power bombs. Because where did Eddie find his aqueduct?
Yeah.
Get out of there, Albert.
Ooh, this is a little scary.
This is the match is banking on this jump here for Albert.
Oh, he did touch it, but I think he wants to land on it. I don't really know how he normally gets out of here. Just needs to go a little bit higher because you can actually land on it. Oh, nice. Oh, okay, very nice.
He was gonna die to the fire fleet. I'm not sure what they do, but yeah.
This is kind of rough when it's pitch. Oh, the spikes were curtains. Yeah, if you hit them.
He's doing good. Well done, Albert. He got the power
bombs. Tough. He's probably really wanting some farm before going back. Well, save works too.
Yeah, save is fine here.
Takes the edge off for sure. Eddie saving. Okay.
He's probably wanting to pick a zone and then use this as like a point to where he can warp back to.
Right. I just didn't expect to save before. I guess doing Ridley or I'm not too sure what he's doing now.
Yeah. Or this, which isn't too bad with Varia and Gravity's fairly.
Yeah. Yep. You know who hurts? Shack Tool.
Yes,
he just needs to kill this thing.
Oh, yeah. No, he's a pacifist.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a roughie. That is a roughie. That's fine though. So you know what I wish is that albeees would be like, well, I got power bomb, so maybe I go grab charge, or I don't know, do something that is maybe a next step with these power bombs.
Yeah. It would be nice to see charge so he can maybe traverse and have some ammo.
Yeah.
Or he has lack of ammo, so at least he has a ability to kill a boss or something.
Oh, Eddie feeling the full fear of controllers right now, trying to do a really tight wall jump morph. I think.
He always talks about how easy it is. He's trying to do the wall jump and he can't get it. The wall jump right there is why he plays on hitbox, folks.
Yep. The wall jump morph is not easy in that tight space with grab.
Yeah.
The logic actually is to turn off grab there and morph. Jump morph.
Yep.
Is Eddie heading? Okay, he is heading towards Ridley now. I wonder if he's going to use power bombs in some way. I'm not too sure.
What is
at least starting
how many shots? Is it like 120?
I have no clue. What's the? Do you know what the damage is?
Is it 120 for the damage?
Okay. Jeez, I don't know.
It ain't good. It's weak enough to where power bombing here is optimal.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can get a double hit here, which I think means the power bombs do 400. Is that correct?
Yep, with double hits.
So
I think it's just
if you get a lot
to use power bombs. Yeah.
Yeah. Power bomb the whole fight. Definitely use all missiles, all supers. Probably refilling the ship after, but yeah.
Eddie has Ridley in a nice little lock here.
Yeah, this is a nice
thing
loop
in the middle. Yeah.
Yep. This loop, I think, only really works if you don't have high jump. I think high jump can mess things up here.
Eddie has not been here yet, so I'm curious to see what kind of items Albert's going to find. I'm guessing some sort of beam, maybe speed. So we shall see. I think there's
Eddie
two or
was
three.
in Norfair. I just not too sure if he got the map or just got right out. I can't remember. That was his first zone. I think he zipped through it actually.
Yeah.
Oh, speed. Yo, speed lock though.
Yep, that's the last
Heavy speed lock on what, Kraid or Dragon?
Yep. And then we also need Eddie's power to go out at the same time.
Yeah, for a good like 30 minutes. I like that Eddie's trying to do this little power bomb attack here.
Nebby says, if Albert finds a second charge of Varia and duplicates of the remaining bosses, plus Mother Brain, he might be fine. Yeah, I do agree with that assessment.
That's a pretty good, that's a pretty good strat. You should probably go for that, I think. This is a long fight for Eddie, though.
Yes, it is.
This is why, like, this is why if in this scenario, it's like a hard decision to go for Ridley, but I think you just have to do it.
Yeah, because the other major items are kind of far out of the way. I think at this point, you just do it.
You have a little less incentive, too, to grab the other majors now that Ridley's done, I think.
Yeah.
You still kind of want speed, though, here, I think. So I'd still look for him.
I'm not sure if we saw any speed locks yet, but I guess
I haven't seen any. Yeah. It's definitely a good chance of some sort of speed lock here. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so...
albeees did pretty good. So with plasma, when you shoot, you can run through with the iframes, and some good tech there.
Yeah. Albert's gonna be coming up on this was Varia.
Oh yeah.
And it's funny he's doing this from the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny, he has plasma. Plasma Varia grab, and now he can go get that charge.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't go there before before refilling his power bombs, because he needs those to get it. Ooh, nice.
Albert's doing this the hard way, but making it work. Very nice.
Yeah. I mean, albeees, I would say he's found his rhythm. I think the start is hard in general for anyone. Because it's when the game is the most open and the options are the most difficult, I think. With these modes, at least. Yeah.
So Eddie's still trying the ball here, giving up after a good 30 seconds of attempts.
Eddie, we see your box in the shot. Just plug it in, bud.
Yeah,
okay.
We wouldn't be upset if you just plugged it in here so you could do that.
Yeah.
There's no shame.
I'm seeing Eddie can't jump. No, see, the thing is, he's uncontroller, and this tech that I always say that is harder uncontroller, which Eddie fights me on, is like this wall jump instant morph.
Oh, he fights you on this.
Eddie fights me on everything I say when the box is harder, except for UWJ.
Which is funny.
And in the climb, I guess.
Make sure to clip all of this.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we pile up enough evidence.
Yep.
I mean, Eddie, here's the thing. Eddie is good on controller, but it's these little nuanced tricks that are end up being a little bit harder than you realize, I think.
Okay, so he's going to be saving here and going to the right because there's Wreck Ship and Torian, so he kind of has to make a decision. I don't think he's located Mother Brain yet, to where Albert has, so...
Yeah. I do want to see albeees go grab charge, though, because he knows where it is, and he has such a good loadout.
Okay, I wasn't sure what he was doing. Does he know how to get up to Bubble Mountain?
I think this is actually tough.
So he is turning up speed. Smart. He knows to go through the door. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, he might actually know. Here.
Yeah. And again, I actually don't think this is in logic, right? If it's not enough runaway, I think logic needs you to have bombs or something.
Is it? I thought it was only 2 tiles of runway here, but maybe
I don't know what the requirements are. I just know the hard.
Oh, and King Cack.
That's tough. I think that then you're right. This is in logic, but I think if there isn't a runway, then it isn't. Because because the hard like right side bubble mountain wall jump is not in hard tricky.
Yep. It looks like Eddie's gonna be finding Mother Brain here.
Yeah, he'll find Mother Brain. It's not much that can stop him outside of speed right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is, I guess if he saw one way, I would say this is a little, I mean, I don't know when he saved, but it's always a little scary to go through that that kind of one way there if you don't know how the rest of the map structure is without speed. But
yeah,
he's fine.
You know that in this situation there aren't 8 tiles in between, so you can kind of figure out that there's probably not a speed lock with Frog Speedway.
We didn't see all the bosses there, did we? I think we're still missing one. I saw one. I don't know if it was Crate or Dragon.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. I did not see.
Wave's a good pickup for Eddie just now.
Yeah, Eddie's essentially ready to go. 35-10. Can just missile the Zebs if need be.
Oh, yeah, and there's a major down too. I don't know if he cares that much about it or if he's just looking to bail. Bailing. Oh, actually, do you see this? So funny enough, this is almost a speed lock.
Oh, yeah.
That's literally almost a speed lock. He almost got... This is exactly what I'm talking about, though. Very easily, he could have been kind of doomed here. There's no other connections.
Yeah, so my assumption...
Spore spills him out.
Yeah, I see there's only so many tiles in between.
Yep.
And I assume Eddie kind of did the same thought process there. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. It can kind of loop around. And
it was kind of a weird map here.
There is an escape for
Spore. He just has to kill Spore, yeah. Spore is the only other option here.
Okay. Okay, so Albert.
This is actually tough too, but he knows this.
Almost.
This is rough.
Or is that Fantoon's save? No, he saved.
No, he got the save. Yeah, that's a really good save for this. I'm impressed Albee's knows this though, to be honest. I like that.
Oh, looks like Eddie did get the backup there.
Nice.
I was just gonna add that to the list of controller issues.
Yep. I have a pen and pencil right now and a notepad. I've been jotting it down.
Okay. Ooh.
I like the idea. I mean, it's smart. It is an easier way to get out of here.
That is, that's.
Well, I mean, granted.
Yeah, easier generally. Is he not gonna grab? Oh, he's gonna grab this first, I guess. Okay.
Eddie probably give you 9 reasons of why that saves like 3 frames to grab it after.
Well, he went for it a couple times and missed it, so he just failed.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see that. Well, now he's jacked up. He has 20 supers, so he's kind of just collecting, I guess, because his beams aren't great.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of nice here. It's unfortunate that he has to kill Spore Spawn, but this removes.
Oh, that's also why he wanted to check, right? Because the speed, he's probably seen that speed lock gave him some, anxiety for other ones.
Yes, so but it is nice for him to see that that's one speed lock out of the way, and he can get out of here. So
right. It's pretty fortunate he can get out of here. Like I said, either way, his load probably wasn't that bad, but like his save load situation.
Yeah.
Okay, so Albee's checking out Meridia. I would say Albee's is doing pretty well. I would say the biggest problem though is him not grabbing charge, especially with plasma. So,
yeah, I think he overlooked, or I think he probably
just forgot. Yeah. The big hurdle there was that he didn't know how to grab it without bombs or morph or spring.
Eddie's playing on controller because he wanted to, ease up. I can't remember if Albert made him or what, but Eddie's still pretty good on controller. He just is not quite as good on the little nuances of the game with it.
Yeah, like right there, that little spin break, trying to wall jump off the ledge. You know, like that tiny little thing just wouldn't happen on his little box.
Yep. So he is looking for Dragon now. So I imagine he's just trying to go to Rex Ship here or Torian. It's kind of a tough call.
This Dragon kind of missing here. That's the last thing Eddie's looking for cleanup. Kind of a great junction here, which is nice. I don't know if there's any nice saves though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember the last time he saved, but he should be fine.
This is where albeees got blocked before, right? Because he didn't have power bombs.
Ooh,
okay, that's a nice pickup. Nice. Oh, map's right there too. It's actually such a good zone.
Whenever you see a
map right there, so
whenever you see something that should be an item and there's no item there, that means that that just was an item that they were given at the start. So it's probably just an E-tank. So
yeah. And there it is.
We go.
Just like that.
All right, so I think Albert went up to Meridia, and there's no bosses. I think this loses Albert the game. He was on his way.
Yes, he's
put up a good
showing his signs of distress here, finding nothing in that map.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for Albert. Is probably going to take it to game 3 here, assuming he wins game 2.
Yes. No plasma for Eddie, and no charge, so he kind of has to slog this out a little bit.
No speed, you mean? Yeah. So
yeah, no
charge
speed.
Fight is kind of a long one, but that's good super missiles at least.
Yeah.
And all that low % ice practice definitely helps.
Right.
All right, Albert finding screw attack. It's definitely not what he wanted.
Yeah,
he's looking for the second charge beam that he thinks exists. Yeah.
Yeah.
Open for that.
I should grab
these.
Oh no, he loads. Okay. I like that load. Well, actually, I don't love the load now. It's a little further. Actually, it's fine. It's fine.
No, it's not bad because there's
that's totally good. Yeah. He should just go check out this map now if he can. Probably go to the right here. But like I said, it's gonna be a bummer when he runs in the Ridley and is like, "Where's my charge?" Because he would have easily been able to kill Ridley here with the charge.
Yeah.
But maybe he'll find that second charge beam. Who knows? You know, I don't know that much about this game.
Yeah, who knows? So let's see if Albert can take down one of the G4 bosses before Eddie's sweaty self finishes the game here.
Yeah.
I think that would be a win for Albert. He would probably even hold that against Eddie or over his head.
Right. You let me kill a boss before you beat the game?
Yeah, and I even took a 10-minute break. Yeah.
Yeah. I even found Meridia map too. There was nothing. Little does he know, Eddie, I think I've seen every map almost. I think he was able to skip Torian?
Yes, he was. Ooh, Albert really wants that E-tank.
Yeah.
You can see the distress.
If only albeees could grab that 10 E-tank, he'd be in a much better spot.
That would tighten this up a lot for him.
Yeah. You know, I think actually I think power bombs also puts that in logic because bombs does. Yeah.
Albert a little bit confused here with the way the map works. Eddie is looking at the screen. I think he's a little bit nervous, waiting to see if Albert has finished. So
Eddie, for looking nervous and looking at the race time, we should probably add another 3 minutes on the clock for him, a secondary bonus.
Yeah. NN 357. albeees should mark race time done just to troll. I think that would be devastating for Eddie. even just a split second, just to see the chat move, his heart would sink.
With how Eddie played and didn't really mess up or get too burnt, if Eddie thought that he'd lost this, his mind would probably explode.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to play the next
game. So confused. It would badly mess with him.
Wait, I just got back. Can albeees get a boss done before Eddie finishes? I think Albert's a little bit confused with the way the layout works here.
Yeah. The thing is, with GT,
he doesn't know what room it is because the tile set.
Yeah. He needs to turn this tile set off. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, what's funny is if he had charge, he could have grabbed that E-tank he really wanted, potentially, and then also just killed GT and ran to the right.
Yes. All right, so Eddie's on the escape here. We got about a minute and 20-second escape. Unfortunately, we can't even cope anymore for poor albeees. He put up his best fight. It's a little bit rough. If you're not completely familiar with how the logic works, the early game can put you in a very rough spot. So
yeah.
No jokes aside, I think if Albert worked a little bit on the early game and just understood the logic a little bit better, he would put up a bit more of a fight against our seeded #1 player, Eddie.
I do think there are modes and there are settings in which albeees could potentially do better. I think these settings specifically are not, doing him any favors, and the fact that those little logic breaks at the start are so advantageous makes it even worse for albeees. Yeah. That's not always the case. Like, in general, breaking logic is sort of bad, I think, unless there's like a very obvious mazer you can just grab.
Yeah.
Which in this case was Varia charge. Following the logic here was tough, I think.
Yeah, these modes where we start with gravity or Varia plus movements, these are very, very difficult. For one, they put morph later in the logic, or they can. And they also favor people with faster movement that might be Eddie.
Yeah. And that's it for game 1. GG's. 41-17.
I don't think Albert saw. I think he's going to finish it out. Nope. Okay, he forfeit.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm going to send albeees a little DM here. Maybe beg him to pick no objectives.
I think you should. I think Eddie would even encourage it, to be honest.
All right.
I see a little smirk on Eddie's face. He opened up the stream, the restream, and I saw a little smirk. That's very unsportsmanlike of Eddie. Poor Albert is trying his best here, and he's laughing at it. Nothing for Albert and Dorian.
Seems a little distressed. I wonder if albeees in his head is like, oh, well, Eddie just hit the right maps.
Exactly. In his head, it's turmoil. He just lucked out. He just went the right way. That's really all it was. Okay. So they are setting up for game number 2 here.
I'm even telling Eddie to force no objectives.
Yeah, give him a shot, I say, because the funny part is with the no. I mean, if that last match was no objectives, unironically, Albert would have had a shot because he found Mother Brain like 3
Mother Brain
minutes
off the rip.
And Eddie did not find Mother Brain until what was it, like 30 minutes in?
Right.
All right, so with that, I'm gonna be right back, and they're gonna be setting up for game number 2. So,
All right, sounds good. Yep. They're booting up. I don't know what mode they're doing. I'm not in
no
the
objectives.
race time. Oh, okay, perfect. So my peer pressure worked. So what I was explaining before is this is kind of the mode we wanted, as Oach was saying. You know how albeees found Mother Brain first, and Eddie was like busy just beating the whole game. In general, what Eddie did is like the best. You want to see Mother Brain last. However, in this mode, there's some weird circumstances where if albeees were to find Mother Brain first, go a different direction, happenstance run into some missiles, power bombs, charge, ice varia, and Eddie's still looking for Mother Brain, there is a chance. There is a chance here. Because how many zones are there? 6, 5?
Something like that.
Yeah, something around there. So like you can kind of get lost in the sauce and start running around. The goal is basically to just, get the ammo needed, get the resources needed, get the suits needed to kill Mother Brain as quick as possible.
Yeah. So basically, let's pretend that we start in Criteria, and then north of Criteria we have Norfair, Meridia, Wrecked Ship, and then south of Criteria, let's say we have Torian and Brinstar. If one player decides to go up, the other player decides to go down. Maybe there's enough ammo and E-tanks to beat the game, and maybe Mother Brain is south. And if Eddie decides to go up, explore everything, that puts him at a serious disadvantage. So that's why I think no objectives actually favors players in Albert's position here, because it...
Oh, you cut out on that second description.
Basically just allows for lower player lower players like Albert, or an Albert situation here, to maybe have an advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough too, and there's a lot of pressure, and seeing Mother Brain early adds that pressure, because then you're constantly thinking, oh no, like my opponent, if they just found the stuff, they can end this game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
So
early
morph
pickup.
Yeah.
I think again that's good. That is good for them. I think that's probably better for Eddie, maybe. Finding morph early. No Nevd 49-minute morph situation, but
Ooh, Albert's gonna end up dying here, and you can't take
this
a
is
hit.
tough. That's a tough room. I don't think you need that. I would maybe just bail on it if I'm albeees.
I'd probably bail.
It's not easy to get.
No. Just a refill up there. So not too bad here. Let's see kind of what the game wants after this.
Yeah.
Hopefully Albert doesn't try for this again.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. And I think albeees is actually good on that. I think that's one of his strengths, is when he doesn't ego check, is what we like to call it. He doesn't get stuck going for something he knows he can't do. I see him bail a lot on that, and I think that is good.
Yeah, very good. So we found Big Pink here.
Yep.
Looks like Albert's macros are malfunctioning here. He's doing some weird morph ball tech. Okay. Ooh, he cannot take another hit, or else it's over for him. A pancake's gonna take him out. Ooh. Just like that, it's over. Albert's tournament run is probably done with that one death. We can blame it on that.
Yep. They'll all come back to that in the end.
Yep.
Eddie getting these missiles here is an E-tank down below. Has no way to check that item below there, so he has to wait. Eddie falling there.
Yeah, that's another
I think he just wanted to turn around. Yeah, that was a controller thing.
Yeah.
For sure. I can see a little bit of fear in Eddie's eyes. I think he was thinking about checking that hallway, but with no save, immediate, that I don't think you really can.
Yeah.
It's probably not really worth it either.
No, if there's a save in Big Pink, you check. Oh, well, maybe now you'd probably check. I probably would.
You would check this?
Yeah. It depends on where my next location. So he doesn't have bombs, so he has to go down here anyways.
Right.
I'd probably just check it because if
And he
it's
taking a
something,
reserve. I don't know. I have no clue how much health puts it in logic, but this almost seems. I think you need probably 3 tanks. I have no idea what is both ways here.
I believe you can probably do the reserve tech a little bit. But we'll see. He's trying to Zoden pump. I don't think that's any
He
faster
doesn't.
for him than.
I think this camera needs to be hidden.
Okay, so there's a major item here. It is bombs. He can
Wow,
get
bombs
back.
is actually huge.
Ooh, with a farm. So this is
Oh.
logical.
I'm always confused about this because like
See
when
if
you
Albert just goes
don't know there's a farm. Oh yeah. Oh, I thought he was going to.
Ooh, the turmoil.
This is honestly unfortunate that this bombs is potentially the logic.
I think it might be.
I'm always
because of the
confused on
refill.
this. I'm always confused on this because you don't know there's a refill, and generally when you don't know what's next, I'm always confused by that being the logic.
Well, here's the thing with this though is I don't think there's anything else that they can do. This is the
Yeah,
final
if there's
option
nothing
they
else to
have.
do, right?
So
Here's
even
the-
Albert recognizes that he is running.
Yeah.
So it's funny enough, Albert's not really behind much.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah. So,
A lot of E-tanks early. Interesting.
can you grab it quick,
Oh,
Albert?
don't die. Okay, nice. Okay. I'm really happy that Albies went and didn't get scared of Speed Hallway because I think it was very easy to be deterred by that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he got it. And I don't even know if did Albies get the save?
I want to say he did, but
Okay.
yeah. So Albert's actually going to find a position here. You know,
Yeah, this is a good spot.
yeah. If we're just watching the race, and obviously we clown on Albert a little bit, but he is doing fine.
Yeah, this is good. And that is really good. And now he's gonna go with that other tank. A little worried about what these tanks mean. I don't always know what it puts in logic for hard tricky, but yeah. Is there any way to check that major? I guess not, huh?
Nope. Unfortunately, there's not, unless of course you have X-ray. All right, so very good. He's just down.
I don't know
wonder
if
if-
Albie knows about that bomb trick.
He's
to
gonna
get the
need
power
to-
bombs.
Yeah, he's gonna need to
Hopefully
figure
you
it
can
out.
figure it out. Yeah.
So with that, Eddie is grabbing this major. He is then probably coming back to Big Pink. Well, it depends on what this major is, because
Yeah, it depends what we get here.
these power bombs put this major in logic, which then will put something else.
Oh, high jump.
Ooh, okay.
That's a huge item for Albies, actually. Like, it actually changes his movement a lot.
I just realized Albert hasn't saved yet. So
Oh,
this is
no,
really
yeah.
bad.
This is, like, really scary, actually. He might just bail when he sees the heated room. I don't know what he's going to do. Oh, wait, this is the other one.
Yeah.
Which looks like Eddie checked as well.
I wonder if he knows about this.
What's he going to do here?
I think he's gonna
I think he's getting
accidentally
on-
drop down. Do it, Albert.
Oh, no.
Why?
That's so unfortunate for him. You know what I wish? Though he at least checked that item, but I mean that's a whatever thing. Oh, actually checking that item without power bombs would be really messed up, so never mind. Yeah. I mean, listen, I respect the try. It was a bold effort. If he had found the save, he'd be totally fine here too. That's kind of the bummer.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be that bad for him. He'd still be in a fine spot against Eddie.
Yeah. It would actually be completely fine. There's a whole lot of nothing, and if Albies can avoid a lot of these nothings, then he might be, might still be okay. I'm curious what he's doing. I guess he wants to get the missiles first.
Yeah, needs to be a little careful.
Yeah. That green hopper, I think, kills him here. Okay, nice. Avoided certain death here.
Okay, he's just going right back for it. So
Yep.
he knows the path, making it fairly quick still.
Oh, I was like, oh, Eddie dropped, but he has high jump. Eddie is underwater and has high jump, so he's still pretty fine to do whatever he needs to do here.
Ooh, but he's out of missiles, so he's gonna need to go back to farm.
Caution door on the right. That can be a few things. It can be the ice hallway. It can be the hoppers.
I'm guessing it's the Yapping Maw because of this door here. But...
Oh, the Yapping Maw as well. Okay. I guess we'll find out here.
Yeah. Yep. It is the Yapping Maw.
Yep. Oh, you can do. I can't. There is a bomb trick here you can do, but I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't know if that was the right pit, but do you know about that weird bomb bounce?
Yes, that's very
I did
bizarre.
do that once because I was stuck and I could beat the game, so I had to pull up the logic page and do that, and it was pretty brutal. But
yeah, I've actually never learned that, but I know it's pretty tough.
Yeah. Okay, I guess right now I'm hoping albeees does check the top right real quick and see that save.
He's gonna be.
I think that would.
When he sees it.
Yeah, he's not gonna be happy. I'm kind of staring at his face to see the reaction he makes.
Yep. Everyone look at his face here when he goes into this room to the right.
Yep. Because it kind of realized that he lost a lot of time for no reason.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, there we go. That's rough. It hurts. I mean, I've been there before. It hurts. It actually hurts.
All right. Now he has unlimited tries to get through here.
Yes. I do hope he goes for it because it's pretty important to get. You know, I will say.
Confused.
Yeah. I will say, in terms of extreme copage, Eddie hasn't really made any progress. This would have been a scenario where if albeees had gotten this first try and went elsewhere, he could be ahead straight up.
Oh, absolutely. I think he honestly would be ahead. Eddie is farming for a missile here.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
Come on now. Come on.
It's okay. It's okay. I really want him to get it.
He's Eddie was farming for a missile for quite some time.
Yeah.
And Eddie's a little bit frustrated here with this.
Ooh, yap. Let's go, Yapping Maw, please.
Almost.
Spin break. Okay. And you guys are like, oh, nothing. All this for nothing. You see that?
Yeah. Crazy.
That's actually wild. Whoa.
Wait, here you just drop down, yeah.
But, oh yeah, I guess you can make it? Or what's he?
This isn't the.
Oh yeah,
bad
okay, my bad.
Yep.
Oh,
Logic.
I'm actually annoyed.
That he just got bailed out. Albert made it.
Yeah.
Albert made it.
Nice.
So he's gonna be grabbing this item.
This is good. I'm hoping that he goes elsewhere and it leads to something because
I'm a little bit worried about this because this is a really weird. If that is in logic, to drop down to get to the right. I have no
clue if that's in logic.
Because you can't do it from the left door. You have to drop down to go to the right. But you can make it back from right to left.
Yeah, so you can make it. Yeah.
So it's bizarre.
Probably means it's. I mean, it's a logical thing, but we don't know if that's the actual next step.
Yeah, it might not be the next step, but hopefully Albert can just keep moving and just keep making progress. That's the biggest thing. So what's going to happen, I think, potentially is a Nevdi situation where albeees will go up top to jump over that pit and then fail and then lead him in the right direction. Ooh.
Which is an actual patented tech by our friend Nevdi.
Yes, he fails upwards.
You
like
fail
90%
upwards.
of the time.
Yes.
Okay, so Albert found this. Eddie just found another missile pack here. Eddie's definitely not happy about the routing. It's not really good. It all kind of connects, and it's all kind of just a waste of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think if anything, this is an ideal scenario for Eddie to start getting a little bit nervous. And I'm not even. This isn't even cope. This is the nerves of Metroid rooms.
Yeah, because Eddie's probably thinking
the nerve of no objectives. It's okay, albeees. It's fine.
It's no
Let's
problem.
check up top. Yeah, you get up there. It's okay. He's freaking out. He's trying to wonder if there's a way to get through here, but it's totally fine. I really hope the failing upward scenario happens here for him, because then he's like tied, because Eddie took forever. But I wonder if
I don't think there's any benefit. Well,
yeah.
Let's look at this map here.
But this is the one that's guarded by missiles, so hopefully he just gets them here. Oh wait, no. Which door was missiles? Is it this next one here, right? I think it's
this one here, so he's not gonna be able to do it. He's not gonna.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's fine. I do hope he goes and get missiles though.
The patented Albert turmoil.
Yep. Will he go for it? Okay, I'm happy to see this. So I think there's a fail upwards scenario like brewing.
Yeah, because I think he's gonna fall. I think there's zero shot he makes it across.
Right.
The Yapping Mop pit, so he drops down naturally. He just needs enough health to survive an Avere hit, which
he has enough health, but it can get dicey in there. Yeah, there it is. He's
okay. Eddie found ice.
Ice, unfortunately, is a pretty. Oh no!
There it is.
Yeah, you're right. I thought he had plenty of health, but honestly, that room's tough. Just straight up, it's not an easy room to deal with. The problem here is, I think this will dissuade albeees from wanting to do it again. And I can completely understand that. It feels like it's not correct, that option. But maybe is there? I don't know if there's any other. Can he find his way? I didn't see the North. Eddie got the North Fair map.
Oh,
Eddie, can he find his way?
Look, it's the controller. He keeps failing this. This is the second time. Yeah.
I've actually never seen Eddie fail this.
He keeps messing up the flatly here.
Yep.
So yeah, he's just opting to go for the easy strat.
Right. So albeees using his missiles here gives me the impression that he's done to the right. Yeah, which is very not good for him.
Yeah, because he can't. I think this is the only option, unfortunately. I think this is, this is the logic.
Taking that fish hit there is really rough as well, because he needs as much health as possible to get through that room.
Yep.
And he's just going, maybe
forgot that there's
lapse of memory here situation.
Yep, that's okay.
Realizing.
Oh, this is the second time. That's okay.
Yep.
Eddie coming up on a major item. Wave beam.
Wave, okay.
So Mother Brain was found. Okay. So basically, this is when it becomes a little bit scary. So the fact that Mother Brain's found is kind of rough for Albert.
Yep.
So now Eddie is on his way to these major items. He's looking for charge, and then you just finish. And I don't even think he needs super missiles. I don't know if I saw a super missile block. For him, but
he doesn't. But he'll need a lot of missiles. Then.
He will need a lot of missiles, yeah, to take out Mother Brain. But
yeah,
he
needs 35 total.
He only needs so one more E-tank and at least some ammo. But other than that, it's just mainly charge is all he's looking for, and then he picks up those things along the way. He doesn't focus on those things here.
Right.
Oh,
that was pretty nice. Oh, I didn't miss. What happened with albeees? Did he die again? Or did he just load?
I'm not sure. It just wasn't good.
I see. So he's a little stumped, but I think he I kind of hope he just full farms here.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, this map, because it forces you one way, it's pretty weak because there's no options. There's no chance for a huge route divergence, which kind of bums me out. This is like a very linear seed.
It is. So it's not really in Albert's favor, unfortunately, like some of the no objectives are. So
I guess he could try to just leave here and go somewhere else. I don't know where this leads.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Glitch.
And remember how I was saying one of his strengths is like, oh, this is messy. I don't want to do this. Unfortunately, it's actually biting him. Ooh, hold. Yeah, that's over here. Unfortunately, now I would say that strength of his is becoming a weakness because he's being turned off from Eddie just put spin lock on, by the way.
Oh, he did, didn't he? He did. Yeah.
He put spin lock on before doing that. But yeah, so Albee's got into a dangerous situation, died, and was like, okay, I don't want to do that now. And I think that has generally been in his favor, but here it's hurting him because he has to actually do that.
All right, so Eddie's going to be coming up on these majors, and then we're going to see if he can complete the game soon. He is going for these X's as well, which is smart, because if you don't have charge yet, you kind of are just trying to grab the X's in the vicinity. Unfortunately, it is a powerbomb for him. He's looking for supers.
The thing is, if he doesn't find charge, he's way off of finishing, but Albee's unfortunately kind of stuck in this beginning game loop.
Yeah, like we said last game, that's the beginning game can really hold a lot of people up, and
yeah,
mid game a lot of the times too. It's if you're really strong as a newer player on your early game, it tends to lack on mid game and just like your speed.
Yeah. I don't think this beginning's trivial, so like I can't even knock Albee's for it. Like it's pretty scary to want to go down that yapping maw and then like jump to the right. That is why all these tanks were given to you, I'm pretty sure. I think you need a lot of tanks for that to be in logic, and that's what they have.
Yeah, this is on these early games, like you were saying, it's not easy, and you don't see these all the time, so it's really unfortunate. Oh, the luck,
dude.
man! Wow,
Oh my goodness. Well, now Eddie is just free to just zip around like a lunatic. There's nothing that really stops him anymore.
Yeah, just one more E-tank to finish. Unfortunately, he's just finding power bombs though, so
he's looking at these X's, but
yeah.
Here's
I think
the
at this
thing,
point
though,
I'd bail on the X's because you only have 5.
I would too.
Yeah.
There's like a weird, gambler's fallacy here, though, because, oh, well, I have 15 power bombs. They added more supers in the logic, so all these X's have to be supers.
It's
but
not even
if they are all supers, you just don't have enough.
Yeah, it's still rough.
Yeah.
Because your odds do increase that the next X is a super missile when the...
Yep.
But you're kind of in a rough spot because if you just keep finding the other 5 powerbomb packs, it's just over for you. Then you almost need to just pivot and just bail.
Right. You know the worst part about this too is Eddie's not even nervous anymore because it was so linear. So he knows that Albee's has to also do this same thing he's doing, which kind of probably puts him at ease, right? Because if it was a zone with like 4 other junctions, and then I think Eddie would have been sweating, but Eddie kind of getting too good of luck, I'd say, with this seed. It's just too generous.
The seed is favoring him, yeah.
It's heavily... There are definitely seeds where Albee's... There was a chance, but unfortunately this start is just so brutal. But look at Albee's making progress, though. He did get through that room. He was smart. He farmed up. He's not happy about that map, which we're seeing, but kind of funny routing more efficiently because he went straight for the map. Oh wait, but he doesn't have supers yet. I forgot where they were.
Eddie just found the supers.
Well, he's had 5, right? Yeah, okay.
Or no. Has he had 5 for a while?
Yeah, he's had just 5. He did find, because he was able to get that map. Space
so what
jump.
Eddie's gonna do here is, he's just looking for the majors that are kind of close to Mother Brain, and there were 2 here. He is just praying.
There's one more
charge.
here.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, if those first X's that Eddie found were supers, he probably would have grabbed all the supers in this area first, but they just weren't. So can't.
Yeah,
really
probably if he had 15 at this point, he probably would commit to that.
Yeah. One of the things here, and I think this is actually a weakness of mine, is trying to tunnel vision the map a little hard when there's still items you need. Because you still need supers. You can't really do much. And spring. So funny enough, all these items kind of a bust. You have to go to another zone.
Yep. So he's going to be probably just going to the
Which
ship.
that junction would have been great early.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't go to the ship earlier, but maybe he's using this save as a pivot.
Right.
Oh, Albert's just finding it's just, Albert's just not having good luck this seed, and Eddie is. I think that's what's changing this.
I think that's all it is, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. So hopefully Albert will go down and try to make a little bit of progress here.
Yeah. This is actually a nasty situation still for Eddie, though, because it's like he's in criteria. There's 3 zones. He just needs charge. He's just trying to find charge right now. So he has to like actually go through all the zones until he finds charge. So I'm hoping for some like horrendous maps. The thing is, he has like the best items in the game for moving around. So he has everything. He has gravity, high jump, screw attack, speed, space jump. It's like there's nothing that stops him.
Okay, yeah, Albert's a little confused on the map, or he's just not happy about it.
Yeah, he just wants to be. Every time he goes into a new zone, the map, if it isn't directly in front of his face, I think we're gonna see a little bit of discomfort from our boy albeees here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm still cutting out.
You do cut out a little bit.
Robotic or just cut out?
It's only robot as you cut out, so it seems like you're getting like noise gated or something. I'm not too sure. Like it seemed like a forced stop.
Okay.
I think like Discord's like detecting like high volume, which isn't, you're not loud, and then it is cutting out. That's what it seems like. Something is gating you.
Okay. Well, let me know if it continues. I'll try to change something here.
Okay. He's not happy.
There we go. He's now, the wheels are turning.
Yeah. He's like, wait a second. He did find ice, but I guess he... Oh, yeah. He's just not on tracker, but he does have ice. You know, I mean, oh, okay, I already found charge. Never mind.
It's GG's now.
Because albeees has 4 tanks, charge, and ice, high jump, and he is criteria. He actually skipped all of Norfair, which, funny enough, is kind of like good for him. Like this is sort of what we were talking about, but unfortunately, the start held albeees back. I will say, albeees first tried some of that stuff early and like got through. This could have been a slightly better position for him, because Eddie did all of Norfair and just got like movement, but this would be kind of a scenario where it could have, things could have gone right for him.
Yeah, I think even within the first 10 minutes, Albert could have been ahead.
Yes, for sure.
All right, so Eddie is just heading back to Mother Brain. He has everything he needs to finish the game now.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna do that, and then yeah, we'll see.
Is he able to beat this? Like, yes. Not under 30, huh?
For what?
Oh, I was wondering if Eddie could beat the seed under 30 minutes.
And under 30. I'm not sure where the ship is, but probably gonna be. But
like he's in. I mean,
30,
in criteria, 45. So yeah, it'll be close.
Probably smart. You don't want to take too much damage, so he is just opting to do the normal strat. You don't take any damage when you start flashing there when you jump against the zep. So
yeah, Eddie can't really take a catch up here either. So
nope.
he has 6 tanks. He doesn't have Varia, so you do need 6 tanks. So he has 91 health to spare.
All right.
But like I said, funny enough, it's like almost strong that albee's just found, skipped all of Norfair and is in Criteria. I don't know if he could have easily gotten the rest of the items, but with high jump and ice, I think he could have gotten speed, grav, and charge. But
yeah.
All right, Eddie making quick work of Mother Brain. He has full beam combo. It's pretty trivial. It's just 20 quick shots.
I think the ship was close, so he probably will finish. Something
yeah?
Here. Yeah. Okay. Very fast, no objective time. This
30 seconds, yeah.
This mode does lend itself to very, very fast finish times. So.
Yeah. Eddie did one big pause there. Hopefully we don't see another pause.
I'd imagine he doesn't need to pause again here.
Yeah.
Ooh, Albert dropping for the missiles. That's brave right there. And he's not happy, but it's about to end, Albert. Don't worry.
Ooh, I wanted Eddie to get a cool, like, jump, sort of mock ball bounce here. Could have been a cool finish. And there it is. GG's to Eddie. Sub 30 seed. Pretty impressive. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a fast seed. You just kind of have to. Luckily, he came across charge. That was basically the only thing that prevents him from finishing faster. So yeah, well done.
Yeah, there's 3 zones there that in Criteria, and he did just pick the right one. So and got that charge. I mean, it wouldn't have delayed him that much. Maybe 5 minutes later, but yeah. GG's. Yeah. It was a good effort from albeees. Honestly, that start was hard. It was a hard start. Knowing that get yapping mod and go to the right, I think that could throw a lot of people off. So
yeah, that is very difficult.
albee's maybe a little surprised here that Eddie finished, but he did see Mother Brain, so I don't think he can be too confused. albee's. But yeah, it was fun. GG's.
Yep. We should be getting Eddie and Albert in here shortly to talk about their run. We need to probably remind Albert to keep it clean. He's probably not too happy. He has some choice words for Eddie.
You're right.
Yeah, with this, Eddie will progress. I'm not sure who his next potential match is. But yes, Albert goes down to the lower brackets. And I'm not sure who he faces, but all the matches are kind of wrapping up, so we should find out soon.
Right. Welcome on in to the victor, Eddie. Congrats and GG's.
What's up? Thank you for the GG's.
All right, be honest. Was there any moment of nervousness in either race for you?
Eddie.
Yeah.
Silent. Sometimes no word speaks volume.
There was a thought that I did see a scenario where I could potentially lose.
In the second one or first one?
First one. Second one, I was gonna
First
win.
one.
I was pretty sure.
Interesting, the first one. So the second one was
I
kind of
would have thought the
unfortunate for
opposite.
Albert, but yeah. Because here's the funny thing, Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Albert was just about ahead of you, about 10 minutes in.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm going to let him, take that, and he can use that as ammunition in the future. But there was a little bit of a misstep here and there. He did unfortunately fall at GT, but he died. I can't remember. He died after he grabbed bombs and everything. But
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if he didn't do that, I think he was ahead.
He didn't have the save, which was brutal.
Yes, he never found the save.
Yeah,
To
that's
start.
partially why I was not. The beginning of the first game was not easy. So
That's why I think that I thought you wouldn't be nervous the first game because there was too many. Hello, Albie.
hello.
Congrats on your performance.
Hi, Albert.
What happened?
I was just
Okay,
getting done saying that you were essentially ahead of Eddie on game 2 for about the first.
I don't
10
want to
minutes.
hear. I want to hear the pity odes. I didn't even see a boss in
It's
the
not even
past
pity.
2 matches.
It's not pity. Yeah, I watch it back. You did good, Albert. We were proud of you, actually.
Proud of you,
What?
Albie.
After that, we were
Eddie?
not proud of you. But the first
I
10
wanted-
minutes, yeah.
Okay, explain why. What happened? What did I do wrong?
Let me.
You basically just died, and you didn't find that save to the top right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know where the save was. Sorry.
No need to apologize, Albert.
That and also it was a little tricky knowing you were slightly timid to it and then you bailed on it, which hurt you a lot. But knowing that you had to go down that yapping mall room and then go to the right,
What's a
in that water
yapping
room.
mall?
It's that
The
thing that
yoink.
sucked you through the sand. That room where
Oh.
you jump over. So like you got grabbed once. So funny enough, we predicted you would fail upwards there, a patented Nevdi move where you kind of fail into something that is the right solution. We wanted you to get grabbed there because we wanted you to get grabbed and go to the right. Because that was where you had to go.
Yeah, you actually have to get yoinked because you can't make it to the first part of the room from the bottom because it's water to water.
Yeah.
You would have to do a grab jump normally, but because there's no
Eddie,
water,
I don't want to hear anything from you. You're cheating. Where was
Okay,
my
wait,
30-minute head start?
I don't think a 30-minute head start would have helped you in either of these matches, but so let's talk about match 1. That was just kind of brutal. So gravity 9+1 is really tough. That's not really someone trying to play against the higher seed. But yeah, so Eddie, you said you were like, if you were ever concerned about losing, it was game 1, which is interesting to me.
Yes.
General objectives, I think, is kind of favorable for a lower seat, but yeah. I can't really remember all of the details of game 1. Game 2 was just such a high octane match, so.
The issues of game 1 were, one, Albies was having a lot of trouble finding power bombs at the start.
Oh, that's what it was, yep.
And a couple of the things early, there were like slight sequence breaks, meaning stuff that was not in hard, tricky logic, Eddie, like you grabbing the Varia and the charge. Albies didn't know how to do either of those early, right? You did that weird deboost off the Ripper, got Varia. You went down the sand pits and did that wiggle to grab the item. So Albies actually went down there early and saw charge as well, but didn't know about the wiggle. So Albies
what
needed to find
wiggle?
power. It's where you're like in a crouching position. Remember when you got down there, you saw the item, you're like, oh, like I can't get this. And you bailed.
I'm
You
not
actually
gonna lie.
you
The
could have gotten
first match
charged.
was a blur, dude. I didn't even. It was so fast. I can't even remember what happened. I couldn't process it.
Right. I do think that stumped you a bit, and then Albies went on a long mission to find power bombs. Funny enough, Albies actually found plasma early. So if he had gone back for charge, but it by that time it was just a little bit too late. Eddie was kind of zipping.
You could tell Eddie was trying really hard on game 1. It was actually a little bit embarrassing, but he put up a good fight, yeah.
Hey, Eddie, like you're just beating a toddler for their candy. Like, come on, give me a break.
What do you mean? I played on a controller for you, dude.
Like,
Listen,
he did.
I offered you something. You didn't take it, so.
I didn't even get
Yeah.
to see a boss. You couldn't at least let me just beat up one boss. I did. Where were the bosses at? Oh wait, in the first match, now I remember. I went through like 2 different areas. There's nothing again.
Yeah, Meridia and Torian didn't have anything. So Eddie was able to dodge Torian, but he did also see Meridia with the no boss. But there was a boss. Ridley was in Criteria.
And there was some dumb map rooms I was trying to get to, and I couldn't get. I was blocked. I couldn't get to it. So
I mean,
I don't know what the hell to do.
Albert, in between the 2 games, there's 12 zones. You just saw 3 zones in 2 games. So, I mean, like, there is a high chance that you don't see any bosses, but You did see Mother Brain though. You found Mother Brain in game 1 much
You
faster
found
than
Mother
Eddie did.
Brain. Yeah.
That
was good.
You're not helping. You know what? GG's, Eddie. It was a close match, if I say so myself.
GG, Albert.
Very close.
Yeah, GG, man.
It didn't even last an hour, but okay. GG, everyone. It was a pleasure.
Yeah. Just seed 1 Eddie bullying the lower seed. You're still in the tournament. You're gonna blaze through the lower bracket. Just take it easy on him down there. And then Eddie.
Yeah, I might be one of Albie's victims down there.
Yeah, that's.
Wait,
not
you're
any
in
good.
losers?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice. I'll see Oates and you there then.
Yeah.
I just won my match today, Albert. You're gonna see him at there. So.
Nice, congrats. I missed it.
Well, GG's, guys.
Yes,
it was fun.
GG's.
It's fun commentating.
I'm sorry that the interview wasn't too long because I didn't have a chance to do anything. Thanks, Eddie.
No problem,
No,
dude.
it's all
Love
good.
you, Albert.
I love you too. GG's, Eddie.
GG.
Have a good day, guys. See you
Yep.
later.
All right.
Thank you, Albert. Bye.
GG's, y'all.
Bye.
All right. Well, with that being said, that match, LB's put up a good.
Oh, you're getting some major cutouts, unfortunately.
But you wrap it up then, Emmett.
Well, as Oates was saying, Albies, he did put on a good match. Yeah, it was slightly one-sided, but it is. We're very proud of Albies coming out and doing this tournament. We kind of egged him on, and he is giving it a good shot, and he is following the right directions, and he is doing a good job. Those were hard seeds for him. Eddie, the number 1 seed, winning his first match of the tournament, and we expect great things, Eddie. So don't let us down.
Try my best not to.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for having us, Speed Gaming. That was fun. GG's. And I'm logging off. Thank you guys.
Yep. Thank you. We'll be seeing you for next race. Goodbye.